All right, technical difficulties to start. You're looking live at Pagel Ice Arena for the season opening game of junior gold hockey play, featuring Chaska Chanhassen Purple taking on the home team Minnetonka Blue. It's going to be an adventure tonight with learning numbers and names. Starting lineup for the Stormhawks, I believe, is going to be Kieran Kurt, Matthew Tyler, and then TBD, I think perhaps Evan Severson as forwards. Back in net was Max Worthington. If you're having problems, by the way, with the orientation on your video, I'm sorry. View it on your phone. It might be a little bit better because you could turn the phone the way it needs to be, I think. I promise to be better on Thursday. All right, so Chaska Chanhassen's first game of the season. Minnetonka Blues' first game of the season. First game of any type for the Stormhawks. They had a kind of mini scrimmage against the other Chaska Chanhassen team. It is Kieran Kurt at center, Matthew Tyler at left, and Evan Severson at right. Your defenseman, Cameron Biller, and can't see the number. And that is Max Worthington. Minnetonka wins the draw. It's number 8, Josh Lund. Here's a turnover to Kurt. Kurt in. His shot goes high over the net, all the way along the dasherboard and out. It will be Biller on it first, being chased across to Lund. Lund will chip it up and out, and then it's dumped back in by the Skippers, picked up by Lund. He will regroup, drop it to Biller. Biller has to hurry a little bit here. Feeds it up to Kurt, who touches it ahead. Minnetonka goes DDD off the glass and up. Slides it in the zone, try to pass it across. Broken up by, I believe that's Luke Britz, one of our Waconia players. Britz across to Tyler. Tyler's shot, blocker save. Now here's a dump-in opportunity there from Will Annis. Now kicked down at center ice by Annis. Annis knocks it back in, and he'll chase. Thrown back out to Bear Nelson. Kicked in, and icing or offsides is waved. Skippers now looking to break out. Stormhawks with the good opportunities so far in this early going. Here's a loose puck at the blue line. Shoveled in briefly by Mitch Robinson, and then pitchfork down. It'll be Nelson first on it. Nelson around the net, fresh off a state runner-up football season for Chanhassen. Leaves it over to Robinson. Robinson up to Annis. Annis pushes it ahead. Now Dylan Olsen trying to throw it in front. Now around the wall. Long shot by Robinson. That misses the net. Picked up by Nelson up to Jack Popa. Popa's shot partially fanned on. Popa recovered nicely and got a stick on the puck to deflect it into the corner. They will fight for control in the corner. Long outlet pass by Tyler, I think. No, that was Annis. Right off the bench, it's Otto Reinhardt. Cuts to the middle, loses it for a second, regains control, pushed off the puck, almost got it back again. Now Popa jumps up, went for a check and whiffed. Across to Reinhardt with a loose puck. He kicks it ahead, flips it up in the air, tried to get it back on his stick, and that's turned over to the Skippers, who try to get in the zone but cut off. Now it's tossed into the zone. Chasing is Hutton Deming, and kept in by Popa. Now to Reinhardt. Reinhardt tried to leave it. So I believe that's Hubbard. Josh Lund into the zone. Behind the net. Still digging it out. Lund looks. Throws it in front. Off a stick looking for Deming. Slides up to, I can't remember, Biller. Now Deming off the end wall for Reinhardt. Reinhardt tried to get it back to Deming. Hit off the skate and stuck behind the wall, or behind the net. Kept in along the half wall. Up to Biller. Biller dumps it in, and the forecheck continues. Swung around the wall, off a skate will come out for Kurt to regroup at center ice. He'll just flip it off the glass and in as the Stormhawks complete a change. Tonka into the zone, gets around a couple. Got forced to the backhand turnaround shot going wide, and Worthington will get a glove on it in his first action of the game. Not even a shot, but first time touching the puck. 11:31 to go in the opening period. We're scoreless. I think we're going to see shuffling of lines here, as I think the Stormhawks are playing short of a full roster. Kurt wins that draw across to Deming, or excuse me, Brits. Brits off the wall to himself. Now across to, let's see, that was Jacqueline, and he kind of lost it in his skates. From the Skippers, and they're offsides. Little stick handling at the blue line, and they force the winger offsides. So right now, your forwards are Kurt, Jacqueline, and I believe that's Hayes Long on the right wing, playing on his offhand right now. A little warning about the mouth guards. Worthington pushes to the side. Now a loose puck thrown in front. Pushed away, come out to the point. It's broken up at the moment of the slot. Backhand shot, save, and then shoveled away by Worthington. Kirk absorbs the check, gets it in deep for Robinson. Robinson high off the glass and down. And they are going to whistle it, as I believe it hit a Stormhawk at their bench. And we'll have a face-off to the right of Worthington. Olsen to take the draw. He wins it. They'll swing it around for somebody. The side of the net, poked at by Worthington. Picked up by, I think that's Lund. He takes a hard hit, and puck doesn't get out. Now it is getting out. Tyler will whack at it down into the skipper zone. Stormhawks had a good start to this game. Good chances right off the early going. Since then, it's been a little sloppy. Kind of like that right there. Just a lot, not really making passes, just kind of throwing it to different areas. Now here's a turnover to Olsen. Olsen reaching to try to shoot. He gets a shot off. Hoping for a penalty, nothing coming there. Now Tyler back around to Olsen. Olsen in the left corner, you can't see it. Up to Popa. Popa kind of swept at it, but he couldn't get a stick on it. Now Tyler to Biller, and dumped in by Severson. Oh, it's going to take me a little bit of time. Different numbers from last year. Robinson in his own zone. Gets past Severson, and Reinhardt will chase. Minnetonka's pass doesn't connect. It goes all the way down for icing. And we're still scoreless with 9:36 to go. Stormhawks playing, I believe, 3 players short of their full roster. Dawson Perry is out, recovering from tonsillectomy, I believe. Desi McPhillips is suspended for, I believe, 3 games from the season-ending brawl against Apple Valley Burnsville last year. And Braden McConnell is out. We're going to call it parents' decision. There's a loose puck in the slot. Now Reinhardt, he'll just get it out all the way down. Icing will be waived. Good chase there by Annis, almost breaking it up. Gets by Reinhardt. There's a long shot by Nelson. Comes all the way out. And it'll be Lund first on it. Lund. Backhand it. Leaves it. Is Nelson back to Lund. Lund down the left side. Has an angle. Comes in. It can't get a shot off. Now Annis in the corner. Down to Lund. Kicks it to his stick. Passes it in front to Annis. His shot blocked in front, I believe, by Reinhardt. Nice little give and go by the Stormhawks. Good stick by Nelson to keep it in. Now Reinhardt tried to drop it for Annis, and it's knocked out by the Skippers. Skippers will chase. But it is Lund winning that battle. Trying to go all the way down himself, and it's taken away. Dumped into the Stormhawk zone. Skippers will chase. Good stick there for a moment. That was Olsen had control. Now dumped to the near side for Nelson. Nelson back around to Lund. Lund now a long cross-ice pass to Nelson, who's been out there a long time. He's got Kurt with him. Shot, glove save. 8:08 to go in the opening period. It's 0-0. Kurt out there with Hubbard and Deming. Face off one. That shot by Britz. Now a loose puck in front. Sticked away. Britz jumps up, keeps it in. It will be Kurt to chase on the half wall. He'll whack at it and get it behind the net. Now Hubbard chasing. Turn over to Britz. Hops off his stick. Britz regains control off the stick of Hubbard. Britz sharp angle. Shot off the net. Now a wraparound chance by Britz. If he goes a little quicker, he might score there. Sharp angle shot by Kurt. Misses everything. Off the wall and out. And it'll be Britz to pick up in his own zone. Kurt tried to leave it for Deming. And now Deming on the puck in front of the skipper's zone. Kicks it to the blue line. No farther. Good stick by to get it. Stop the rush. Now off the stick of Hubbard. Kurt in on his backhand. And he swipes it through the crease. Deming up to the point. Cross to Britz. Britz long shot into the glove. Looking for a tip by Hutton Deming. And it just missed there. Hutton Deming and Luke Britz are two Waconia players on this Chaska-Chanhassen team. Every other skater is from Chanhassen High School. And the only player from Chaska is Max Worthington, your goalie tonight. This team was Chaska-Chanhassen team with 13 seniors and 8 juniors. Not a single sophomore on this team. They were this team mostly the same from last year, well below 500. Expecting improve upon that this year with this senior-laden roster. Here's the Skippers at the right circle. Shot saved by Worthington. And he gathers the rebound and a little pushing and shoving at Worthington. So far, shots on the board 6-3, might be 6-4 now, in favor of Chanhassen. Looks like it'll be Reinhardt to take this draw. He will win it back to Popa. Popa will ring it around for Long. He'll touch it ahead. And it'll be Jacqueline to chase. They'll ring it to the near wall. Kept in by Popa. Popa will flip it ahead. Skates right through a Minnetonka player. Now off the end wall for Reinhardt to gather. Throws it in front. Off the goaltender stick. Comes all the way out to the point for Lund to dump in. Around to Popa. He's going to have a little bit of time. Oh, Popa just handles that puck. Here's a little backhand soft on net by Jacqueline. And we'll get a whistle. 6:09 to go in the first period. It's still 0-0. Stormhawks with probably 2 scoring chances and maybe a half of a scoring chance for the Skippers to this point. Kurt to take this draw with Tyler to his left and Severson to his right. Runs it right to Tyler. Backhand across to Severson. He scores! Matthew Tyler feeds it across to Severson and he just tucks it in the open net. And Kurt will get the second assist. The Stormhawks lead 1-0 with 6:06 to go in the opening period. That will be Severson. Do the other one. Oh, no, do the other one. Now Tyler right off the face-off. Tried to get it across to Severson. Behind him, Severson picks up the puck in front, and that's off a skate. So, assist to Tyler. Loose puck all the way down in the Stormhawks zone. Pushed ahead there by, I believe that's Lund. Now Tyler will flip it up and out, and they say no icing. No. Right here had the goal. Here in an assist. All right, sorry, you're missing the action, but you're not missing anything. Now looks puck behind the net. Pass in front, sharp angle shot, backhand shot, score! Severson got a puck from Kurt behind the net. Got a shot off. And then gathered his own rebound and put it between the knees of the goalie. And it's 2-0 Stormhawks with Severson getting 2 in one shift. Severson. Don't question my pronunciation, guy. From Kurt. So that goal should read Severson from Kurt. So Severson with 2 goals, Kurt with 2 assists in that one shift. And it's 2-0 Stormhawks. Here's Nelson, long shot. Icing wide on the glove side. All the way out for Robinson. Falling down there was Biller, but got bailed out there. The Skippers couldn't get good control. Otherwise, they were going to go in, maybe 2-0. I didn't really see how that happened, as I was trying to remember who's number 9 and who's number 23. Dumped all the way down for icing, and we'll do it all the way back into the Stormhawk zone. .5:38 to go in the opening period. Chaska Chanhassen purple leads Minnetonka blue 2-0 on a pair of goals by Evan Severson. A loose puck that nobody in black wanted. Skippers get it, try to get it to the front of the net. Ooh, there's a dangerous little move, but it comes out to Olsen. Olsen's pass just a little out of reach of Nelson, but he's able to tip it down. Now a loose puck picked up by Nelson, still fighting for it. And comes out. Sharp angle shot right on. That was Annis. Now a loose puck on the side of the net. Long shot. Back glove save. That was, I believe, Dylan Olsen on the shot. Flipped in by Annis to Nelson. Wow, that's a sign of maturity there. Normally, Bear Nelson takes that shot 10 times out of 10 on sharp angles. Not this time. Here's a pass in front. Loose puck and gathered up by the netminder. Unclear, but it sounded like this Minnetonka team doesn't have a junior gold goalie, so they're playing with a Bantam goalie tonight. Face-off one, long shot, save with the mask, rebound, they score! Who was that? That was Deming getting the goal off a shot that went off the mask. That was a shot by Josh Lund. It'd be Hutton Deming's first of the year off a long shot by Josh Lund. And I'm going to see who the center was here. We're going to give him that second assist. And I believe Otto Reinhardt should get the second assist because he won that face-off back. So it's 3-0 with 4:45 to go. Goal. There it is at the blue line. Long shot blocked. It will be Jacqueline on it. Pass in front. Sorry, that was Hubbard. Hubbard's backhand pass gets past Deming. Deming absorbs a check there. And in come the Skippers. Kept to the outside nicely there by Lund. And a Hubbard throwing a check. I think that was. No? Yes? Sure. Now Britt's around for Deming. Deming has Kurt up the near side, hops over his stick, and we'll have icing. Shots 13-3 on the scoreboard right now in favor of Chaska Chanhassen. It's 3-0 Stormhawks with 4:01 to go in the first period. Kurt wins the draw. Pushed ahead by Long, can't get it out. Now Popa up the wall, bounces its way to Long. Long bounces it to Kurt, and he might have been offsides there. You didn't see it because I'm bad at working the camera. Good stick there by Jacqueline to break up that initial rush. Popa tried to one-touch pass ahead. He got it out, but that's it. Now the Skippers with the puck in their own zone through the neutral zone. Across to Biller. Biller across to Popa. Popa off the wall and out. And kicked down by a Skipper defender. They'll go D to D. And pace is suddenly slowed a little bit as nobody's able to get much time in the zone. Now the Skippers will get control. Long shot. Partially deflected and then saved by Worthington. Now pass across. The Skipper who shot it said, all right, my shift is over. Had a chance there to have a scoring chance, and he said, I got my one shot, I'm done. Popa across to Biller. Loses it. Chance in front. Loose puck shot, they score. Sloppy play by the Stormhawks. And the Skippers get on the board with 2:47 to go. It's 3-1. And Stormhawks just not very heavy, hard on the puck. Really sloppy in trying to get that puck out, and that results in the shot beating Worthington high over his stick side, and it's 3-1. Chaska Chanhassen leads with 2:47 to go in the first period. Face off one back to Robinson. Robinson across. I think that was to Lund. Tipped ahead by Olsen. And out come the Skippers. Down the left side, stopped by Lund nicely. Jumped up in the play, and now it's Olsen. Olsen waited a little too long. Now it turned over. Gets past Severson. Long shot blocked. Rebound to the slot. Pushed to the side. Now Olsen will regather and get behind Worthington. Glove down by Tyler, but he doesn't have an avenue out. D-to-D pass. And they finally get out. Now it's Olsen. Down the right side. Stops. Long shot. Blocker save. Flipped to the blue line, but not out. Kept in by Tyler, then knocked out, and then dumped right back in by Matthew Tyler. Outlet pass off a Skipper stick. Severson will swipe it in. And Stormhawks will be Reinhardt first on it. Reinhardt with it. Turnaround shot. Can't get a shot off now. Olsen will dump it in. No, Robinson, excuse me. Around the wall and out. Lund will just touch it ahead. And the Skippers will stick handle their way and skate up. Dump it in. It'll be Tyler first on it. Stormhawks just not a whole lot of urgency with the puck, I'd say, right now. I'm playing a little too casual. Playing a little too slow. There's a block shot. Kurt will skate down on a breakaway. It's a change coming for the Skippers. Kurt in. He scores! On the breakaway. Block shot. Kurt gets one unassisted. Blocked a shot at the blue line off the skate or shin pad, and he skates all the way down as the Skippers are going for a change behind the play, and the player coming off the bench couldn't get there in time. And Kurt goes 5-hole to make it a 4-1 game with 1:01 to go in the first period. And Kurt now with a goal and 2 assists. Biller around to Brits. Now we got clock. The officials telling him to start the clock. Now it has started. We'll turn over there almost. Now here comes Nelson. His shot. Looking for a deflection from Kurt now all the way out to the point. It will be Biller. Long shot. Tipped. Loose puck. And Kurt looked to dump it in the open net and didn't quite get to him in time. And he couldn't pull it across. And it's dumped back in with 33 seconds to go. Skippers bothered from behind by Nelson. Minnetonka gets it out. Nelson chases it from behind, creates a turnover, gives it to Kurt, throws it off the glass and down. Will they call icing? They wave icing as Annis chases it down with 15 seconds to go. Annis, bothered by 2 Skippers, still with it. 10 seconds to play in the period. Annis pushed off the puck, flipped out all the way down. We're going to have that's the end of the period as the clock didn't start for about 6 seconds, and there's 6 seconds left in this period, so they're just going to say that's it. Minnetonka player went in the box thinking he got called for a penalty. They just ended the period because the clock operator didn't start it for about 6 seconds. So it's 4-1 after 1. Chanhassen leads Minnetonka. Second period about to get underway. I apologize again for the stream being sideways. I've turned off the orientation lock, but it won't actually do it when I turn the camera. So if you're on the phone, you might be able to just turn your phone and watch. If you're on the TV, turn your TV. So 4-1 after 1, Chaska Chanhassen leads. Olsen pass across, tipped ahead by Hubbard. Where are we? Puck down now. It'll be behind Worthington. It will be Lund first on it. Lund will look to escape. Looking for somebody to give it to. He says, I'm just going to take it myself. He's going to escape. Cross the red line, cross the blue line, into the zone, waiting for somebody to go to the front of the net. Nobody there, drops it. Long shot by Robinson. That hit a skate and goes wide. Now a long pass connects. Breakaway chance coming. Hubbard chases. Shot saved by Worthington. Thanks to the comment there about streaming live on Shorts. I didn't realize I was streaming live on Shorts. I may be going to Facebook for the next game. We'll practice and see what happens next time. Here's Jacqueline, gives it across to Biller. Biller backhand flips it out and dumped right back in by the Skippers. Pass in front. Nice stick there by Worthington to break up that chance for the Skippers. Now here's a chance for Minnetonka down the left side. Pass in front! And a good post-to-post save by Max Worthington. And Stormhawks left a Minnetonka player all alone in front, and Worthington made a great job going post-to-post to make a great save and keep this game at 4-1. Where's the puck? Pushed into the corner by the Skippers. Popa chases. Will get it around for Jacqueline. Loses it for a moment. Tried to get it out. That's intercepted. It's a chance for the Skippers at the right circle. Pass across, and another great save by Worthington. He had to go post to post again. And the Stormhawks need to get a change here. And now they do make a change. This line ineffective in that shift. And they get out the line that is responsible for 3 of the 4 goals to this point, with Severson, Tyler, and Kurt, along with Robinson and Britz. Face-off gathered by Tyler. He'll just get it out of the zone. Almost create a turnover and skate in 2-on-0. Now pushed ahead, gets past Robinson. Long shot stopped by Worthington. Picked up by Robinson. Touches ahead to Tyler. He'll just throw it off the wall and down. And it'll be Severson to be the first forechecker. Severson creates a turnover. Sharp angle shot right off the side of the net. Bounces up to Britz. Long shot. Knocked down on its way. Now Britz stands up. And Severson are onto the near side. Pass in front. There's a chance for Severson to get his 3rd of the night. Robinson's shot just bounced across to Severson, now kept in by Britz as the Skippers turn it over. Now come to Kurt at the right circle, down the half wall. Pass in front! He had Severson. He kind of fanned on it there. Standing up is Robinson. Now Tyler. Stormhawks buzzing here. Tyler around the net. Pass across. One-timer fanned on by Annis. And then a shot doesn't get through. Flipped up and not out. Kept in by Annis. Now Kurt will chase and win the race to the puck. Kurt first on it. Turnaround shot off a stick and into the netting. And we get a whistle with 11:47 to go in the second period. Stormhawks lead 4-1. Shot 17-9 in favor of Chaska Chanhassen. That line that is serving as the first line has been really effective tonight. And I think when they get back Dawson Perry and Braden O'Connell, you're going to see and also an up in the depth of the team at the forward position. Turnover to Olsen. Olsen able to slide it in. Still digging at it is Olsen and Lund. Across to Annis. Annis in. Pass is fanned on. Trying to get it to Nelson. And now Minnetonka will skate up and out. Down the right side. Biller breaks up the pass, but it comes right to the high slot. Picked up now by Annis. Annis will turn with Nelson 2-on-2. Annis in. Long shot. Save. Kicked down by Nelson. As he battles down low. Now Reinhardt. Reinhardt has it taken off of his stick. Minnetonka will chip it out. Pushed ahead by Robinson off a skate and down into the skipper zone. Now turned over to Lund. He has to wait. And he couldn't wait any longer for Reinhardt to clear the zone. Reinhardt had fallen down as he was trying to get out. If you're just joining us, it's 4-1. Chaska Chanhassen purple playing Minnetonka blue in the first game of the Junior Gold B season. We're at Pagel Ice Arena on the campus of Minnetonka High School. There's a chance for number 7 in white, who's the one player who's really stood out to me. Really nice end-to-end play there. And it looked like he beat Worthington to the 5-hole, but a big save by Max Worthington to shut the door right at the last moment. Face off one. Long shot and rebound. And he goes wide somehow. Worthington thought he had it, but the puck slid loose. Now it comes out to Deming. Deming throws it to the slot, looking for Hubbard there. Nothing really coming of that. Pushed ahead by Robinson. Now down deep. Minnetonka into the zone. Cuts to the middle. Broken up. Knocked down by Kurt. He regains control. He'll skate up 1-on-2. Kurt across the blue line. Long shot. Scores! Fools the goaltender. Beats him to the blocker's side. Long shot from basically the top of the right circle. And not sure who's going to get assists on that one. Have to go back and watch that. Watch it sideways. So Kurt now with his second. He's got 2 goals and 2 assists. If only he could score that many points in 2 periods on my Sunday night beer league game that he plays with me on, that'd be great. So 9:36 to go in the second period. It's 5-1 Chaska Chanhassen. That one was a bit of a gift. Kurt with it. Center ice will flip it ahead just past Long. Now Kurt fans on it, trying to dump it in. Loose puck to the near side. And dumped in by the skippers down to the far corner for Luke Britz up the near wall. Knocked down by Long, trying to get it out. He's pushed off of it. And then thrown out of the zone by Britz. Skippers will regroup in their own zone. Turnover. Oh, and Kurt overskates. Got a little too excited. And he overskated the puck there. He was going to skate in all alone. Under 9 minutes to play. Now Jacqueline. Jacqueline, his pass off a skate comes to Kurt down low off the back of the net. And Long skated away from the. If he made a somewhat of a physical play, I think he might end up with it. Now a nice little pass play to get out of the zone is Minnetonka skating in. Bothered by Britz. Puck into the corner. Now Long off the stick of Tyler. Tyler at the red line. Picked up by Long. Flips it to Tyler. Kicks it to his stick. Tyler in. Pass across. And a one-time shot by Olsen. Just misses. Shot from behind the net. Tyler looking for a deflection off the netminder. Long shot. And save with the left pad of the goalie. 8:13 to go. We have our unofficial statistician trying to figure out who gets the assist on the last goal. Face-off won by the Stormhawks. Robinson keeps it in. Now Tyler behind the net. Pass in front, just out of reach of Severson. And Biller had thoughts of going for that loose puck, but thought wiser. That would be offsides if Minnetonka skated it in. They do not. Now at their own blue line, Minnetonka with the puck. Picked up now by Tyler. Tyler to Severson. Severson into the zone. To Reinhardt. Reinhardt tried to stick handle to get a little bit of space. Biller to Robinson to Tyler, and that was broken up at the blue line. Otherwise, it was probably going to be a scoring chance. Tyler ahead to Reinhardt. Reinhardt cuts to the middle. It's taken off of his stick. And Stormhawks just trying to do the lower percentage plays a little bit there. If Reinhardt just kind of skates that into the corner, he keeps it deep and then allows a forecheck to keep going. 7:18 to go. We're about halfway through this game. Stormhawks lead 5-1. Shots 20-12. It'll be Kurt, Nelson, and Annis. Another player being sent off due to not having a mouth guard. There's been warned several times. Mouth guard and neck guard are emphasis for the officials. They started to have that last year, and they're staying with that emphasis this year. Face-off one across. Deming took a pass from Lund, but Deming was pressured right away. Now Lund with the puck, bothered by a pair of skippers, flips it to the far wall. Lund off the wall, almost able to skate through that pressure. Annis with the puck. To Brits. Off the skate of Kurt. Kurt and Annis skating in. Kurt down the left side. His backhand pass kind of half-hearted there off a stick. He didn't really have much of a play. Good step up there by Lund to slow up the rush. Now a bouncing puck to center ice for Kurt. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Kurt down the left side. Gets around one. Kurt comes in. Fans on the shot. Turned over to Lund. Lund stick handling, getting around. 1, 2, 3. Shot right on. Rebound. They score. Lund gets the shot. And Luke Brits pops the rebound in. And it's 6-1 with 6:21 to go in the second period. I'm not sure who gets the second assist. I'm sure Kieran Kurt will say he does, but we're not going to give it to him that easy. So Josh Lund with an assist, Luke Brits with the goal. Stormhawks a little slow going on the forecheck. Still almost ended up with it. Minnetonka turns it over at the blue line to Robinson. Robinson keeps it in. Again, this time it flips past him. There's a chance. Odd man coming the other way for Minnetonka. 3-on-1. And not the greatest pass there. Now pass in front, blocked by Popa. Loose puck for Olsen. He's stopped. Robinson around. Now a pass just gets behind Nelson. And Minnetonka will dump it back in. Right to the stick of Annis. Annis touches it ahead to Olsen. Long shot. High over the crossbar. Bounces out to center ice. For Robinson at the red line. He'll just dump it in. Stormhawks completing a change. And they kind of changed offsides. So they never really cleared the zone. And we'll have a face-off at center ice. Again, Chaska Chanhassen playing 3 players short of their full roster tonight. Desmond McPhillips is out for a few games, suspended. Dawson Perry Another senior is out recovering from tonsillectomy. And Braden O'Connell is out with a, we'll call it parents' decision. This team, like I mentioned earlier, very much a similar team to last year. The only new players from last year are Braden O'Connell, Will Annis, and then I think the two players from Laconia who were on the team 2 years ago. Here's a 3-on-1 chance. Lund in. Lund, his shot, blocker save, and rebound slides by Hubbard. Lund gets his own rebound, tried to feed it ahead. Now loose puck for Lund, feeds it across to Hubbard. Hubbard down the left side. Hubbard pass across, gets behind Deming. Here's a chance for Minnetonka, but I think he heard footsteps, think he was going to be hit. 4:10 to go. Here is Deming. I have a feeling this game is going to slow down considerably here. Player is probably not in hockey shape, a lot of them. There's a puck sitting right at the on the post, and the goaltender had no idea where it is, just thrown in front. I think it was either Reinhardt or Deming just threw that in front, just sat right on the skate blade on the post, but went no further, and then referee blows it, even though it wasn't really covered. 3:58 to go. Stormhawks lead 6-1. Face off one, back to Robinson. Kurt tips it across to Long. Now Kurt behind. Try to give it back to Long. Now a loose puck slides its way to Kurt. Sharp angle shot right on. And rebound bounces away. Robinson jumps up. He's got help coming back with Kurt. Throws a check as a skipper player tried to jump across Kurt. Here's a pass across to Long. Long down the left side. Has a little bit of space. His shot goes high. I think it hit the stick, the shaft of the stick of the goalie. Now, who wants the puck? Nobody seemed to want it. Jacqueline, I don't think, knew that the puck was there. Now, here comes the Skippers with a 2-on-1 chance. Down the left side. Pass across. In. Backhand shot. Save. Rebound pushed to the side. Another save by Worthington. Worthington's been sharp here. Now the pass in front. Turnaround shot goes wide. Is going to come all the way out and all the way down. 3 minutes to play in the second period. Tyler getting a stick up high. No penalty called there. I don't think there should have been one. Here's Severson. Severson touches it across to Robinson. Robinson will flip it up, and it just flutters its way out. Now a loose puck for Tyler. Overskated a little bit. Robinson to the near wall. Picked up by Kurt. Got Tyler coming in with him down the far side. Kurt couldn't quite handle the puck. Puck was just bouncing on its way in. Now Popa. Popa will flip it up. Where is it? Hoisted in by the Skippers. Sticked away by Worthington. Lund with it. Nice escape there. Still waiting for some outlet. He's just going to take it out himself. Now he's going to take a slashing call. Draw a slashing call. As he had his stick knocked out of his hand as he was skating up. A little bit of frustration there by the Minnetonka defender. And we'll have our first power play of the game with 1:55 to go in the second period. Stormhawks leading 6-1. So this Chaska Chanhassen team, 13 seniors, 8 juniors, no sophomores, and it's the first time we've had 2 Chaska Chan Junior Gold B teams. The other Junior Gold B team, I believe, is mostly, if not all, sophomores. They might struggle a little bit this year, but they stay together. They might be a pretty good team in 1 or 2 seasons. Tyler down to the corner for Olsen. Olsen looking to go cross zone. Loose puck comes out in front. Now it's Biller. Biller down to Olsen. Olsen waiting. Doesn't like what he sees up to the point for Biller. Biller back to Olsen. He's going to circle to the middle, try to give it to Lund. That's knocked off of his stick and thrown all the way down. Be Lund from his own zone. Long pass. Going to come all the way in on net. And goaltender will wait and freeze it with 60 seconds to play in the second period. Minnetonka wins the draw. We'll throw it down. It'll be Worthington to stop it, feed it ahead to Britz. Britz has to hurry, gets it out. And Minnetonka jumps on the puck now. Kurt with it, cycling up in his own zone. Down the right side with some speed. Gets a down low. Absorbs the check behind the net. Tries to push it ahead. Regains control. Britz back to Kurt. Kurt across. I'm not sure if he was trying to feed Annis or Robinson there. Either way, it doesn't connect. Now a loose puck to Annis. Annis pushes it head down the right circle. Has Kurt in front. Pass across. Into his skates. Kurt shot. And it saved and went over the net. Flipped up and knocked down, but comes out. It's Robinson with the puck. To Annis. Annis, his shot. Save. Rebound up to the far side. And they couldn't get on it with 4 seconds. 2-1. And that'll do it for the second period. Chaska Chanhassen leads 6-1 after 2. They'll have 5 seconds of power play time to start the third period, as I believe, yes, they are going to do the ice as they do in junior gold hockey after 2 periods. We'll be back in a little bit. 6-1, Chaska Chanhassen leads. I don't know. Trying to figure out. Huh? Letter. What? Oh. It's a what is it? Portrait mode or landscape? You know what? I think it was a schedule because I scheduled the live stream. So I'm gonna start it and do it again. I think it's because I scheduled it. All right. If anybody's listening, I think the reason it's not able to flip is because I scheduled this live stream. So I'm gonna end this one and start one again and see what happens. So there will be a different live stream for the third period. Same thing. They'll just know that it's not